The sun hits the planet on a different kind of angle down here. It's beautiful, it's lovely, and it's sophisticated. Canada offers stunning landscapes, beautiful natural wonders, and the Sprott Shaw Language College. Our school was founded to amplify and expand the opportunities you have in life. At Sprott Shaw Language College, we want to put you on the path to greatness. We take great pride in serving as your educator, mentor, and advisor. At our core, we are educators. Nothing makes us happier than to see our students progress and develop personally. As a country, Canada is home to a great mixture of diverse nationalities, cultures, and personalities. SSLC mirrors that spirit of multiculturalism on our campuses. Being surrounded by so many interesting people will inspire you to do great things. Vancouver is home to many attractions that bring people from all over the world. Join the incredible melting pot of ideas, philosophies, perspectives, and ideologies that we call British Columbia. Many people are attracted to the cosmopolitan lifestyle that Victoria City offers. If you love living in a highly diverse, multicultural modern city, living in Victoria will be perfect for you. As Canada's largest city, Toronto has unique opportunities you will not find anywhere else. Meeting interesting and influential people will increase your chances of finding learning opportunities and discovering your true life's passion. Join us at Sprott Shaw Language College to enhance the quality and success of your life. Now is your time.
Okay, today we're going to talk about teaching vocabulary in TESOL. This is what the first page of the vocabulary chapter looks like in the TESOL book. So what to teach about a word and how to teach a vocabulary item with a list of elicitation methods here. So I'm going to mock teach that now so you understand what students are writing down or what they would be seeing as they were going through this page of our textbook. So what do we need to teach about a vocabulary word? I try to elicit this from the students. And we start with the simple, easy ones. We need to teach the meaning. We need to teach pronunciation, spelling, and the form of the word or word form, noun, verb, adjective, adverb. And these four students usually I can elicit these quite easily from students without too much problems. As we get into the other 6 concepts, it's a little bit harder, but we go into number 5, which is synonyms and antonyms. And then number 6 gets a bit harder. So we start with an example. So look at these 2 words, disagreeable and abnormally. Notice that there's different colors here. We've got blue at the front and red at the back. What do we call these blue things at the front? Does anyone know? Yeah, prefixes. And the red parts at the back, suffixes. And what do we call the middle part? That's called the root. So then we teach students that that's called decoding. Decoding means understanding root words, prefixes, and suffixes to better understand longer words. So the word abnormally might be hard to understand, but if we take the root, do you know what normal means? Yes. Do we know what the suffix ly means? Yes, it means adjective form and or adverb form. And ab, what does that mean? And use means not, or the opposite of. So to do something in a way that is not normal so we can better understand the word, that's called decoding. Next, I can show another example. Foot, feet, child, children, sleep, slept, catch, caught. What are these examples of? These are regular words. Are these normal patterns for plural? Are these normal patterns for past tense? No, these are irregular patterns. So many words have an irregular pattern. So if you're teaching the word foot, you should immediately teach that feet is the plural because it's an irregular plural. Then I show this example and I look at 3 words, group, clique, club, and I can say that all 3 have the same definition, which is a set of more than one person. So group, clique, and club all mean more than one person. But group is a neutral word. It doesn't have any positive or negative words connected to it, negative feelings attached to it. Clique is a negative word. We use this word to talk about a group that is excluding other people. And finally, club. Club is a positive word because it's a group of people who gather for a shared purpose or passion, like a team or a sport or something like that. So, does anybody know what these types of words are called, especially clique and club? These words that have either an assumed negative or assumed positive association. So that's called connotation. So same as strange and unique. Strange and unique both mean different, but negative difference and positive difference. Next, I'm going to show you this one. Can we say yellow hair? No, we say blonde hair. Do we say heavy injury? No, we say serious injury. Do we say breathe fully? No, we say breathe deeply. So these are examples of collocations. Collocations are words that go together in a correct way. It's not quite an idiom. It's because it doesn't change meaning, but it's just there's a correct form and a negative form. We say do your homework, not make your homework, and we say make your bed, not do your bed. There's just, these have developed over time, collocations. And then number 10 is usage. So how formal or informal or of the moment or past is something. So how do you do is very formal, whereas what's up is very informal. So using them in the correct situations. It's really important that we teach students that if something we're teaching has current or past meaning. For example, I had a student a couple of years ago said to me after class one day, after helping her with something, she said, "Oh, you're a peach." And I said, "Thanks." And I smiled a bit. And she kind of looked at me and she said, "Did I say that wrong? Did I use that wrong?" And I said, "No, not really. But where did you learn that?" "Oh, I saw that in a movie." I'm like, okay. So what your movie didn't tell you is, or when was the movie set? Like, was it a recent movie? Oh no, it was an older movie. So that expression is true. You're a peach means, oh, you're nice, you're sweet, you're kind. However, that's an old expression. So it's from 1950s, 1960s America. And today, it doesn't work because most people don't understand that expression because it's older, it's out of context. Plus, using emojis, the peach has become a different symbol. When you use a peach emoji, it means the butt. So yeah, it just is important to understand usage. So that can be formal or informal, or it could be that's olden time usage, but it means this now. That's an important thing. So then we look at these 10 things and we say, oh my goodness, that's a lot to teach about a word. Do we need to teach all 10 of these things for every word? And the answer is no. We always have to teach the first 4, meaning, pronunciation, spelling, and form of the word. And the other ones, we only teach when it's useful or makes sense. Some words don't have connotation, right? We said the word group has no connotation. Chair doesn't really have an antonym or any regular pattern. Chair, chairs, easy. So we only have to teach these 4 things about every word, but then after that, we only teach the other things if they make sense. So that covers that top half of the page we saw the students doing. So eliciting most of this from the students. Then we move on and we give a demonstration of how to teach an actual word. So here we go. Look at this picture. What do you see? And this picture goes with it. So I could ask, does anybody know what this is called? And I could try and get students to tell me to see if anybody in the class already knows the word. If nobody is answering, don't feel pressure to have to get the word from the students. You can now supply the word and you can say that is called a roller coaster. Okay? Can anybody tell me what is a roller coaster? Because it's not necessary to just elicit the word. You could focus on eliciting the meaning. That's what's more important, is to get students to tell you what the word means. So what is a roller coaster? Is it a type of transportation? Kind of. Yeah, you're right. It's a small train. Good. Is it a train we can take to get from one town to another town? No, right? Where do we see roller coasters? What is the purpose of a roller coaster? And then they can tell us that, yeah, it's a small train. It's on a crazy track with loops and swirls. It's ridden for pleasure. It's not to get to work. And we find it at amusement parks. So here I've gotten these definition ideas from my students, okay? After that, I can focus on the pronunciation. So I can say, repeat after me, roller coaster, roller coaster. And I can elicit from them that it's a noun, and we can get that there's stress on the first syllable in each of those two words that make up the word roller coaster. And then it's really good to provide example sentences to put it in context, because some students may still be confused, but the example sentences helps them figure it out. So for example, my mom dislikes roller coasters because she feels sick from riding on them. Or many people enjoy the thrill of riding roller coasters because of the big drops and loops. And then after I've done that, I can ask specific students. Jessica, have you ever been on a roller coaster? Do you enjoy roller coasters? Has anybody ever been to the roller coaster park, Six Flags? Do you enjoy roller coasters or not? That sort of thing, get it from them. So then at the end, I can ask questions just to make sure everyone has understood. So, can you take a roller coaster to get to school? No. If you're a person who gets sick easily, even from riding in a car, should you ride on a roller coaster? No. Where would you find a roller coaster? At an amusement park. So then we can help students understand. So what you've probably heard me say a couple times today is the word eliciting. So what is eliciting vocabulary? So first of all, we need to know that elicitation does not mean explanation. I'm not going to explain to my students. Elicitation means asking questions. We want the students we want the teacher to ask questions to get the students to tell us either the word or the definition of the word. So yeah, it's not necessarily trying to elicit the actual word, like with a roller coaster. If the students don't know the word roller coaster, it doesn't matter, but I really want to focus on eliciting the definition, the meaning. So a roller coaster is a small train, it's on a crazy track, we find it in amusement parks, and we ride it for pleasure, that sort of thing. So there are many ways to elicit vocabulary. We just saw using a picture. I showed a picture of the roller coaster. So we're going to look at some of the other examples now. Sometimes it's easiest to show an example in a sentence or situation. So here I have some example sentences and situations. So, your Halloween costume is incredible. No cap. No cap. Those were the best tacos I've ever eaten. Or you missed an epic day of powder. Damn stupid wedding. Best tricks. And he says, Mike landed backside cork 540. No cap. Look at the emojis there. All right, so now I've got those three example sentences. And we can say, what is repeated in all three of those sentences? Yeah, correct. No cap. So today we're going to look at this idea of no cap. Looking at those three example sentences, can you figure out what does no cap mean? Does it mean telling a lie? Or they're trying to say, no, 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 I'm telling the truth. Exactly. So what it means is they're trying to say, I'm not lying, it's for real, I'm not bragging, like it's honestly. So what are some synonyms? Or pardon me, what kind of word form is this? It's an expression. So what are the synonyms? So we could say truly, honestly, literally, or truthfully. So we say no cap, because in history or historically in Black slang, if someone was capping, they were lying. So this in that historical slang translates to no lie. So Your Halloween costume is incredible. No lie. Or no lie. Those are the best tacos I've ever eaten. So basically, it just means this is the truth. So looking at this expression, no cap, should you say it all the time, or when is an appropriate time to say the expression no cap? Right, so we're going to say this, we're going to use this after we've said something that's maybe unbelievable to some people, or when we're saying, asking a serious question. So, are you mad at me? No cap. Like, really, are you mad at me? That sort of thing. So again, we used example sentences, example situations to teach the expression no cap. Again, we showed already eliciting with pictures. We can elicit with a drawing. So I will show you some pre-recording. Okay. Well, I'm not going to show you the pre-recording because that's not working. What I'll do is I'll talk over the pre-recording. So here we're going to show you eliciting with drawing. This often happens as students are asking while you're teaching, or you want to check. So here I'm going to draw a couple of pictures on the board. And even people who are not good at drawing can do this, because I'm not very good at drawing. And this app, I'm just using paint, isn't the most easy thing to draw on. You'll see my pictures coming up in a moment, but even people who are not good at drawing can use this to teach fun. So here I'm going to draw a picture of first a daisy. Here it comes. And then after that, I'm going to draw a picture of a tulip. So this would work to show the students the difference between these two flowers if you were teaching and going, do you know what this one's called? Do you know what this one's called? So eliciting based on the drawing. Or if students were reading or listening to something and they were talking about these two different type of flowers, and teacher, what's the difference between a daisy and a tulip? Well, you can just quickly draw on the board to show the difference. The next thing I am drawing over here is a tree. And then I'm going to draw a bush. And bush is one of those words that if we come across it in a reading exercise or lesson, students always have trouble with that word. I don't know if it's a word that's not commonly used in other cultures. Bushes are very common here in Canada, but I always end up explaining this one to my students. So I can show them with this drawing very simply that the tree has a long trunk and the leaves are up high, whereas a bush has leaves much closer to the ground and many sort of stems or trunks. So the students might laugh at you a little bit, but the drawing works to ease, and the whiteboard is your biggest tool in the classroom, so here's drawing. Next, we can look at realia. So here, I am going to stop share for a sec. And if you don't know what realia is, realia means real objects. Oh, that's not going to work. Let me stop. Okay, so no background, otherwise you can't see my realia. So here I have two water bottles, okay? So if we look at this water bottle, can you see through the material, the bottle, the plastic that the bottle is made of? Yes. Can you see what is in my water bottle? Yes, water. And can you see how much water is in there? Yes, it's pretty much almost full, right? Then I have this bottle. This bottle is made out of metal. Can you see into this bottle? No. Do you know if I'm drinking coffee or water? No. Can you see if it's full or empty? No. So This material you can see through, and this material you can't see through. Does anybody know what we call those words? Okay, so we call those words transparent and opaque. So again, transparent and opaque. Is this one correct? Which one is transparent? Trans means through. So transparent and opaque. So I have used real items, realia, to teach these words. And then again, I elicit from my students looking around the classroom, what in the classroom is transparent? What around the classroom is opaque? And ask that from the students. Okay. All right, next we have gesture and mime. So again, very, very easy. If the students are looking at you, you can easily show with gesture and mime. So the next one I like to demonstrate for my class really, really simply and easily is, look at my eyes, what's happening? Does anybody know what we call that? So can you describe what's happening with my eyes? Yeah, they're opening and closing very, very quickly, or just opening and closing. We call that blink. Everyone repeat after me, blink. Good. Okay, keep looking at my eyes. Now look, what happens? What do we call that? It rhymes with blink, but it's different. What am I doing there? Am I closing both eyes or one eye? Yes, I'm closing one eye. And we call that wink. Okay, so everybody repeat after me. Everybody wink, wink. Everybody blink. Good. So then we can check that they've understood. And this one's funny because teacher, I can't blink. I often almost always get a student who says that they can't blink. After that, we can go into, let's see what's next. So gesture and mime for wink versus blink, and blink and wink. Demonstration. So we're going to look at demonstration for bite versus nibble. So we could almost say it's gesture. So I can take some food and I can say, I'm going to nibble. So when I nibble, okay, and now watch, I'm going to take a bite. So what is the difference? Big versus small. So if we look at it, bite is big or small? Correct, big. And nibble means, that's right, small bite. Excellent. Next, we go to show degree. So this one's interesting because we often use a line to show how height goes, that sort of thing. It shows the intensity of something, right? So if we're tired, it's a little bit, but if we're exhausted, it's a lot. So some of these words that seem like synonyms actually show degree sometimes. Here I'm going to show with starting with big. Big, large, huge or humongous, giant or gigantic, enormous. I don't know why it has gigantic underneath. And then we have ginormous, which is a portmanteau of two words, gigantic and enormous put together, ginormous. So we can see that large is big, but it's not enormous. So this shows the degree of the big words. Okay. So that's where I'm going to stop today, but that's an example of all of those things that kind of get taught just from that very first page of the vocabulary lesson. So again, we want to elicit from the students. I don't want to just explain it. I want to ask them. I want to involve them, and we make it as concrete as possible with lots of different examples. Anyways, thanks for joining us today on how to teach vocabulary in English. Thanks, guys.
The sun hits the planet on a different kind of angle down here. It's beautiful, it's lovely, and it's sophisticated. Canada offers stunning landscapes, beautiful natural wonders, and the Sprott Shaw Language College. Our school was founded to amplify and expand the opportunities you have in life. At Sprott Shaw Language College, we want to put you on the path to greatness. We take great pride in serving as your educator, mentor, and advisor. At our core, we are educators. Nothing makes us happier than to see our students progress and develop personally. As a country, Canada is home to a great mixture of diverse nationalities, cultures, and personalities. SSLC mirrors that spirit of multiculturalism on our campuses. Being surrounded by so many interesting people will inspire you to do great things. Vancouver is home to many attractions that bring people from all over the world. Join the incredible melting pot of ideas, philosophies, perspectives, and ideologies that we call British Columbia. Many people are attracted to the cosmopolitan lifestyle that Victoria City offers. If you love living in a highly diverse, multicultural modern city, living in Victoria will be perfect for you. As Canada's largest city, Toronto has unique opportunities you will not find anywhere else. Meeting interesting and influential people will increase your chances of finding learning opportunities and discovering your true life's passion. Join us at Sprott Shaw Language College to enhance the quality and success of your life. Now is your time.